Cod is a valuable fish species, mainly caught in cold seas such as the North Atlantic and North Pacific. Cod fishing requires high technology, specialized equipment and strict compliance with regulations on marine environmental protection. Fishermen often use offshore fishing vessels equipped with GPS positioning systems, radar and modern fish finders to locate schools of cod in cold deep waters. The most common method is to use bottom trawls or industrial handlines with hundreds of hooks dropped to depths of about 200 to 600 meters, where cod often live. After being caught in the net or hooked, the fish are pulled onto the ship and quickly sorted and processed right on the deck to maintain freshness. During this process, fishermen have to work continuously in harsh weather conditions, big waves, strong winds and low temperatures, requiring perseverance and close coordination between members on board. In addition, current cod fishing activities must also comply with regulations on fishing quotas and fishing seasons to ensure sustainable development of aquatic resources. This is not only a livelihood but also an important part of the fisheries industry in many countries, contributing to providing nutritious food sources for domestic and export markets. In addition to using industrial trawls and handlines, some modern fishing vessels also apply quick freezing technology on board to preserve cod at -40 degrees Celsius, helping to maintain the quality of fish meat from the time of catching until reaching the port. After being pre-processed and preserved, the fish will be transported to the mainland by ship or specialized refrigerated vehicle to continue the next processing stages such as filleting, canning or pre-processing according to the requirements of the consumer market. Cod fishing not only requires extensive skills and experience from seafarers. But also requires close coordination between fisheries management agencies, businesses and fishing communities to protect marine resources and the ecological environment. Policies such as catch control, licensing of legal fishing vessels, and electronic monitoring of fishing routes have been widely applied in many countries with developed cod fishing industries such as Norway, Iceland, Canada and Russia. At the same time, ocean conservation organizations regularly coordinate with authorities and fishermen to encourage the application of environmentally friendly fishing methods and minimize bycatch of other marine species. All of these factors contribute to creating a sustainable value chain for the cod fishing industry, ensuring long-term economic benefits while conserving valuable natural resources for future generations in addition to technical and environmental factors. Cod fishing is also greatly affected by weather conditions and global climate change. Changes in sea temperature, ocean currents and salinity can cause cod to move further north or change their living depth, making it difficult for fishermen to determine effective fishing locations. This forces the fisheries industry to constantly research and apply new science and technology such as artificial intelligence, ocean biological data modeling and ecological forecasting to improve the accuracy and efficiency of fishing activities. In addition, Fluctuations in the world market, such as fuel prices, trade policies or consumer demand, also directly affect the profits of the cod fishing industry. In the context of increasingly fierce competition, many fishing enterprises and cooperatives have linked together into a closed production chain from exploitation, processing to distribution, to reduce costs, improve product quality and increase access to international markets. From a traditional fishing activity based on experience and human power, today, cod fishing has become a modern marine economic sector, associated with science, technology and sustainable development strategies, that has helped cod not only maintain its position as a popular seafood on dining tables around the world but also become a symbol of the harmonious combination between people and the ocean in the responsible exploitation of natural resources. In addition to the positive aspects, cod fishing also poses many challenges in the effective and fair management of aquatic resources. Overexploitation in the past has caused many cod populations to decline severely, especially in the eastern Canadian region in the 1990s, leading to a long-term fishing ban and greatly affecting the lives of thousands of fishermen. The collapse of the Newfoundland cod fishery has led many countries to place greater emphasis on monitoring catches. Establishing marine reserves, and implementing regular stock assessment systems. At the same time, international cooperation between countries with bordering waters is more necessary than ever to effectively manage cod stocks that migrate across different seas. Organizations such as the North Atlantic Fisheries Organization, NAFO, and the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, play an important role in setting standards and certifying sustainability for cod products. These certifications not only reassure consumers about the quality and origin of the product, but also encourage businesses and fishermen to comply with regulations to protect the marine environment. Thanks to close coordination between science, policy, and fishing communities, the cod fishery is gradually transforming towards a more modern, transparent, and sustainable industry. It is the inevitable path to ensure that the values that cod brings, from abundant nutrition, economic benefits to ecological role, will continue to be maintained and developed in the long-term future. It is impossible not to mention the important role of the fishing community in the cod fishing value chain. They are the ones who are directly connected to the sea, understand the migration rules of fish and have valuable experience accumulated over many generations. In the context of modernization and globalization, many traditional fishermen have boldly approached advanced fishing methods, learned how to manage production, finance and market products, thereby not only increasing their income but also contributing to building a more professional and responsible image for the fishing industry. In many coastal areas, local authorities have also implemented technical training support programs. provided preferential loans and built infrastructure such as fishing ports, processing plants and cold storage centers, helping fishermen feel secure at sea and develop production. In addition, community-based tourism associated with fishing experiences, including cod fishing, is also gradually becoming a new direction, both promoting local culture and creating additional income. All of these factors contribute to creating a sustainable marine economic ecosystem, in which people, with their knowledge, experience and sense of responsibility, are the center of development. Thus, cod fishing is not simply an activity of exploiting natural resources, but also a symbol of the harmonious combination between tradition and modernity, between conservation and development, between people and the vast ocean, with an increasingly important role in the global marine economy. Cod is now not only consumed as fresh raw materials but also processed into many high-value products such as frozen fish fillets. Dried fish, fish sausages, fish oil and functional foods rich in omega-3. These products are not only popular in large markets such as Europe, North America or Japan, but are also expanding rapidly to emerging markets in Asia, including Vietnam. This increasing demand has promoted the development of the cod fishing and processing industry in a more professional and sustainable direction, while creating jobs for hundreds of thousands of workers worldwide. In addition, some countries have invested heavily in marine biological research, breeding cod in artificial environments to reduce pressure on natural fish resources and ensure stable supply. Although cod farming in artificial environments still faces many challenges due to the biological characteristics of this fish species. This is considered one of the potential directions in the near future. In general, from a fish species living in cold seas, cod has become an important link in the international production and trade chain. A clear demonstration of humans' ability to exploit and rationally use marine resources. Protecting, managing and responsibly harvesting cod not only brings immediate economic benefits but also represents a long-term commitment to the sustainable development of the ocean, the common home of countless species and an indispensable source of life for humanity. Not only that, the image of cod is also closely associated with the cultural identity and spiritual life of many coastal communities, especially in areas with a long history of fishing such as Iceland, Norway or Canada. In these places, cod is not only a staple food source but also a symbol of human resilience, perseverance and attachment to the sea. Traditional festivals. Folk tales or even literary and artistic works all bear a deep imprint of cod as an indispensable part of community life. In many coastal fishing villages, old fishermen have passed on to the younger generation valuable lessons on how to observe waves, weather, fish migration seasons, and the spirit of respecting nature. This shows that cod fishing is not only an economic activity but also a cultural heritage that needs to be preserved. In today's era, when humans are facing the risk of resource depletion and climate change that is increasingly evident, these traditional values are even more meaningful. They remind us that the ocean is not an endless storehouse, and every act of exploitation must be accompanied by understanding and responsibility. Therefore, for the cod fishing industry to develop sustainably, it is necessary to have the cooperation of the whole society, from the government, businesses, scientists to each fisherman and consumer. Only when every link in the value chain acts together for sustainable development goals can cod continue to swim in the cold waters of the oceans, accompanying humans as a precious source of life, today and forever. In the future, with the trend of green transformation and circular economy increasingly focused on, the cod fishing industry also faces the opportunity for strong innovation to adapt and develop more sustainably. Fishing vessels will gradually be replaced by environmentally friendly means, using biofuel or electricity, helping to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Digital technology and artificial intelligence will be widely applied in monitoring aquatic resources, forecasting production and planning optimal fishing, thereby minimizing the risk of overexploitation and saving costs. In addition, product traceability through QR codes, blockchain or digital platforms is becoming increasingly popular, making it easier for consumers to access information about where the fish was caught, how it was processed, and how environmentally friendly the products they use are. This not only enhances the brand value of businesses but also encourages the entire seafood industry to move towards transparency, quality and responsibility. However, to achieve this, strong investment in infrastructure, science and technology and training of highly skilled human resources is needed. Policies to support fishermen in transforming their production models, gradually reducing their dependence on wild exploitation, and developing sustainable marine farming models also need to be further promoted. In particular, international coordination in transboundary fisheries management will be increasingly important. As cod is a species with a wide migration range and is directly affected by global climate change, sharing data, experience and responsibility not only helps protect our shared resources, but also strengthens peace and cooperation among nations with common interests in the sea. Cod is more than just a fish, it represents an ancient industry, a valuable source of livelihood, and a symbol of the close relationship between humans and nature. Keeping cod alive and thriving is about preserving the balance and prosperity of the ocean, and our own future. Finally, the role of consumers in the chain of protecting and developing sustainable cod fisheries cannot be overemphasized. Their choices, from prioritizing MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, certified products, choosing fish with clear origins, to responsible, zero-waste consumption, are the driving force behind positive change in the entire seafood industry. As consumers become increasingly concerned about the environmental, health and ethical factors in the products they use, businesses, Fishermen and distributors are forced to adapt and improve their operations. This creates a virtuous cycle in which every action, whether by a small individual or a large organization, can have a positive impact on the marine ecosystem. On a larger scale, public education campaigns, raising awareness about the ocean and conserving marine resources also play an important role in maintaining the survival of cod and other marine species. When the younger generation understands the importance of the sea and the challenges facing fisheries, they will become responsible successors, not only to their traditional craft but also to the planet. From historical lessons, real-life stories of fishermen in cold regions, to technological advances and modern consumer behavior, all are connected to continue the story of cod in the 21st century. Therefore, cod fishing today is not just a journey to go out to sea in search of a precious fish, but also a journey to preserve ocean life, protect human livelihoods and create a future where people and nature can coexist in harmony. It is a long, arduous but hopeful journey, a journey that each of us, regardless of our role, can contribute to. From all that has been said, it can be seen that the cod fishing journey is a comprehensive picture, combining honest labor, scientific knowledge, social responsibility and love for the sea. Each boat that sets sail is not only to bring back a full catch of fish, but also carries on its mission to protect the sustainability of the ocean, the origin of life and also a priceless asset of humanity. Cod, with its profound economic, ecological and cultural value, has become a symbol of humans' tireless efforts to exploit natural resources in a reasonable and ethical manner. In the face of the challenges of climate change, environmental pollution and depletion of aquatic resources, cod still survives and thrives, a clear testament to the power of adaptation, solidarity and the will to conserve. Every improvement in fishing technology, every regulation enacted to curb overfishing, every response